Alright, I'm live. And then I even got shot.
Since I'm a moderator,
Yo,
you should. Oh, the heck? Why is it like that on stream?
why is it like what?
Wait, let me. Do you not see that?
See what?
Look at my screen. Since I'm a moderator,
Yo,
you should.
why does what?
Oh,
What?
the heck? Why is it like that on stream? Why is that cut
Why
off?
is it like what?
I thought you said gold 1,000. Wait, let me. Do you not see that?
What?
See
I'm
what?
gonna do different goals.
Look at my screen. Since I'm a moderator, it's also cut off a little. And your wallpaper, I love your wallpaper.
Why does what? What?
The heck? Why is it like that on stream? Why is that cut off?
Like what?
I thought you said gold 1,000. I'm gonna mute stream. I'm muting stream. I had to mute it.
Alright, well. Got
Oh.
count up here, and then I got goal right here. Wait, is the chat box working?
Wait, do you want me to see?
I don't see it. Nothing's popping up for the chat box. Let me try to look at the properties.
Is chat box on the like group ahead of everything?
What do you mean group ahead of everything? Oh,
Share.
no, it isn't, it isn't.
Okay, that's probably why.
Okay, I put it up.
Well, there's still a delay in stream, so
Yeah.
give it a minute.
Okay, wait, I'm gonna put it live.
Share. Okay, that's probably why.
I gotta mute it. Oh,
Share.
no, it isn't, it isn't. Alright. Yeah, I don't know.
Why do I have one notification?
Why is it on Twitch? Is that why?
No, it's not on Twitch. Why the heck it?
No, it says it's on Twitch. Like it's using the Twitch font thingy. How do I change that? What is collab cam?
Clap. Yeah. Just.
That's not. Wish I could super chat. Like, I wish people could. Oh, there's two. Oh wait, no, it's me. Yeah, that's the 2 viewers. Yeah, no, it says it supports YouTube chat. I don't know why it's not.
I'm opening up Roblox Studio. I'm gonna make like a game or something. Let's go. It didn't give me any errors. Yo, wait, King, you there?
No.
Alright.
Oh, sure, I forgot to start the timer. Nope, that. Okay. Yep, start. It says start numpad 1 and it's... I'm clicking numpad 1. But... Now I can't even right click on it. What the... Oh, that's why. Now it works, okay.
Just a matter of finding the right leaf that's gonna put this forearm into a world of pain. This tree behind me right here would not be considered a giant. It's just a baby. But believe it or not, this species can grow to be nearly 100 feet in height. Now, as they get bigger, the spines on their main stem, their trunk, so to speak, begin to evolve away, and all of the irritating nettles are just on the stalks and the leaves themselves. As you can see, these leaves have holes in them from caterpillars. You think that this defense would have evolved to take care of things like insects that are going to eat the leaves, but really this toxin only affects mammals. Okay, so this is the leaf I'm going to go for right here. And plant, thank you for letting us use one of your leaves. I'm going to be very gentle about this, almost like a game of operation, to work my arm in here so that I don't accidentally bump any of the other leaves. I'm going to cut this right at the base. Okay. There we go. The Australian giant stinging tree. Looks very unassuming. Now, before we get into the exciting part, the sting of it all, I want to just take a look at this leaf. We're going to show you guys some macro shots of the nettles that are on the undersides. These are known as trichomes, and the trichomes specifically are like little barbs filled with a neurotoxin. Scientists believe that this neurotoxin is very similar to that which you find in the cone snail, one of the most painful stings in the marine animal kingdom. Now, I've never been stung by a cone snail because it's said that if you take a cone snail sting, you will be hospitalized. The way those trichomes work is that if you picture a needle with the tip of it being very sharp, hypodermic in nature, that tip breaks off once those little hairs touch skin and they release that toxin, causing massive irritation, which triggers your pain receptors. And what's really unique is that scientists don't know why the pain receptors are set off and last as long as they do. Now, those trichomes are located on the top of the leaf, but also on the underside and all along the stem. Okay, I think it's time to get down to business here. What's crazy about this is I'm not going to be able to remove these nettles. They, in a sense, are microscopic, especially once they get into your skin. And like shards of fiberglass, they're going to work their way down and in. The pain will begin to come on within a matter of seconds and will get worse and worse as the minutes go by. Now, we do have a method that I've read about that could possibly remove some of those nettles from my arm. But first things first, we've got to get the nettles into the skin. I'm Coyote Peterson, and I'm about to enter the pain zone with the Australian giant stinging tree. Here we go. 1, 2. I don't need to smack my arm. All I need to do is gently graze the leaf over the forearm like this.
Half and half.
And I'm gonna be nettled multiple
Like, I'm looking at it every now and then.
3. Oh my. Jeez. Holy immediate searing pain. Oh my gosh. That is instantaneous. Okay, it's not a slow lead on. It is the second the leaf touches your skin. It feels like if you were to put Pop Rocks in your mouth and they start exploding, and then they just start hurting right away. Holy cow, that is getting worse as the seconds go by. Okay, so you can start to see all those little welts forming. The arm is beginning to turn red. This is sort of like the jellyfish of the plant kingdom. And those tiny nettles are almost like the nematophores that come off of the jellyfish's tentacles. Oh, I want to like rub it or do something to it, but I know if I do that, it's only going to work the nettles in deeper. Now, it's important to note that this is the second most painful stinging plant in Australia. The #1 top tier, the one that they call the suicide plant, is called the Gympie gympie. Now, we once ranked the bullet ant as the #1 sting in the insect kingdom. From there, it climbed up to the giant hornet and the execution wasp. So supposedly, this sting from this plant is like the comparison of the Japanese giant hornet. Honestly, at this point, I'd say the pain is starting to get into that realm of sticking my hand into a box full of yellow jackets. Now, I've been very public in saying that the hand in the angry yellow jacket box is the most painful experience I've ever gone through. So far, this has not eclipsed that, but if the pain continues to increase, as it is now, I'm in for a very painful next 24 hours. Okay, so when you think about it, I barely grazed that leaf over my forearm. Imagine if you were to be hiking on the side of one of these steep inclinements and you slipped and you fell and you rolled down that hill like Humpty Dumpty, head over heels through these plants, how bad that would be. It feels as if somebody has taken a hot glue gun and spread the glue on my forearm and I can't actually get the glue off of my skin. And it's beginning to radiate and I can feel it coming in these surges of whomp whomp, whomp whomp. Like that's the pacing of the pain. And scientists don't quite know why this neurotoxin reacts to humans, to mammal DNA, the way that it does. All right, so what we're gonna do now is let this set in for a bit longer, and then I'm gonna try one of the remedies that I saw online, using hair wax strips to remove some of those trichomes from the skin. What I wanna do is lay the wax, starting at the back, the nettle zone, just like that. Slowly, oh, that does not feel good. Massage that wax in. Now a little bit of heat is what's gonna help that wax adhere to the skin. And at the same time, hopefully those nettles. I wanna remove as many of those from my skin as possible. Now, if you can get yourself to wax strips faster than the 3 hours and 30 minutes that I let go by, it would be better because remember, these are gonna constantly be working themselves down and into the skin. All right, I feel like that's on there pretty good. You guys ready? Here we go. Peel off the strip fast and quickly. 1, 2, 3. Oh! Ow! Whoa! God, that really hurt. And I don't know if that made it any better. Might have made it worse, to be honest with you. I maybe can see some very fine little, yeah, I definitely can. There's no way you're gonna see this on camera, but I 100% can see that it has removed some of the nettles. And I'm wondering, from an angle, this is how I was able to see the nettles earlier. From an angle, don't see any nettles remaining. But to play it safe, I'm gonna use my one other side to this wax strip. All right, work that in there. Just like that. Whew. Wax strip number 2 coming off. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yowzers. Oh, well, hopefully I got all the rest of them that time. Oh yeah, they're definitely pulling out. That is fantastic. They just look like these little white fibers. And essentially, that's exactly what nettles are. All right, well, if you happen to find yourself in this worst case scenario where you stumble upon a giant stinging tree and you get those nettles in your arm, that is proof right there that wax strips will help remove those.
Right now, we are searching these tide pools off the coast of Eastern. Right now, we are searching these tide pools off the coast of Eastern Australia for the most toxic fish on the planet. Right now, we are searching these tide pools. the stonefish. Right now, we are searching these tide pools off the coast of Eastern Australia for the most toxic fish on the planet. The stonefish is notorious for having the most painful sting in all of nature.
Do you want to see
Today,
that
I'm going
the
to get
house I'm
stung
working on? Like
by-
a house I set for my game.
Sure.
I haven't textured it or anything. But let me share my full screen. Not my full screen, but like just... Yeah, I'll share my full screen. So it's not textured yet. But this is gonna be like a sign to say what it is. This is what it looks like.
Is there any interior?
I'm gonna add that, I'm gonna add that last.
I mean, it kind of looks like a house.
by a stonefish.
I mean,
But first,
it kind of looks like a house.
we've got to find
No, it's not gonna be a house, it's gonna be a
It's going to
building.
be very hard
Like one of those
to
buildings
find
you
the
can't access.
stonefish because
Like,
in
it's just, like,
addition
for the
to their legendary
game stuff.
sting, they are masters of hiding. The key to this is going to be to move
Maybe
slow,
like a city
methodically,
game.
and to not step on the stonefish. You can
Maybe.
be looking right at a stonefish and not even
All I
realize
have to
it.
do is
That's
select all
why
this. Control
so
V,
many
Control
people
C.
step on them by accident. But stonefish aren't all we have to look out for. This
no.
isn't the only animal that can do
Select
you
all
harm
those.
here in the
Fine,
tide pools
select
off of
that.
Australia. We also have cone snails
Control
and the blue
V.
ring octopus, one of the most lethal creatures in the world. And not only is it risky just being out here, but we also have to beat the clock. The tide is coming in fast, and this whole area is about to be completely underwater. So if we want to catch a stonefish, we need to do that before it happens. Everything looks exactly the same. This is going to be tough. Oh, right there. You see it moving? That is the stonefish. And I never would have seen that fish if it didn't give itself away by moving. Holy smokes. Now these fish are so toxic, they don't really have a flight response. I'm gonna attempt to catch the most toxic fish in the world with my bare hands.
Are you at 400
Here we
yet?
Wow, there it is. That is the stonefish. Look at that tide pool monster. I can't believe we found one. I mean, it looks
Oh wait, you're
like a
watching
living
Man
rock.
plus River?
I never would have spotted this fish if it didn't move. The fact that
never mind, it's not Man
it
plus
swam a
River.
little bit there is the only reason I was able to catch this fish. And you can see how docile this fish is. It knows just how toxic it can be. Wow. But the table is set for what will be likely the worst sting I ever take. Placing the stonefish in the tank hit my nerves hard. I'm about to get stung by a stonefish. Stonefish stings are said to be one of the most painful experiences a human can endure, and I've already experienced my fair share of fish stings. One from the most common fish sting, which is the lionfish. And the other from the scorpion fish, which is the most toxic fish sting in North America. Oh, yeah, he got me. Oh. Each sting was painful, but I was certainly able to tough it out with basic treatment. However, each of those fish fall far short of the danger from the stonefish. Not every day you get to carry around the world's most toxic fish in a tank. This fish might just have the worst sting in the entire animal
The
kingdom.
heck? Oh,
Man,
Oh, it was a
my nerves
auto-recovered file
are
that
firing
created.
right now. Just looking at this fish is
Fish
so
color.
incredibly cool. Look at all the growths all over its body. Definitely earns its name, the stonefish, a master of camouflage. All right, let's go hands-on once again with the stonefish. The reason I can handle this fish is because it can only sting when the spine's on top. Wow. This fish has developed the most potent fish toxin in the world. The toxin is only to defend itself. Unfortunately, as you can see, it is so docile that it's very easy for people to step on these fish. And that is the most common way people are stung by the stonefish. The toxin of this fish not only induces extraordinary pain, it can actually cause muscle spasms and eventual paralysis. And there have even been reported deaths from stonefish stings. But now I think it's time to see how this fish injects its venom. I'm going to just pour out this water. Gonna use this little tank here as a platform. This fish is perfectly fine being out of the water for extended periods of time because they've adapted the ability to actually hold water in their gills. It's not uncommon to see stonefish just laying on the rocks in these tide pools. So in the little bit of time that we have it here in front of the cameras, totally fine. All right, so I brought with me a piece of neoprene. I'm going to use this piece of neoprene to simulate skin so I can show you what would happen if you stepped on the stonefish. This animal has the ability to fire its venom into the wound created by its spine. That's why people who are envenomated and step on these stonefish end up in such a bad situation. It's not only that it's the most toxic venom, it's that you also get the most volume. Look at how sharp that spine is. Okay, in order to do this properly, I do need to get out some eye protection, so I'm gonna do that quickly. This venom, it has enough toxin in it to cause vision problems and perhaps even blindness. All right, let's see in slow motion how these spines inject venom. I'll do these top two guys, ready? Here they go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wow. Look at that. And it's like blue. Holy cow, look at how much venom just came out of that fish. And let's do another one, do it one more time. Oh my gosh, guys, the spines are blue. And once those spines are out, they stay out. They're ready to defend. All right, let me try these spines on the back here. 1, 2, 3. Wow, that is what would be inside of your foot if you were to step on a stonefish. Now, it will regenerate its venom. This doesn't hurt the fish at all. And you can see these sheaths will just slide right back up. But holy cow, I gotta take a minute and process what I just saw. Oh, that is bad. I won't lie, I'm getting pretty nervous right now. This is something you should never do. I've consulted experts, people who have been stung. I've done my research, I've done my homework, but even still, I am extremely nervous about what is about to happen.
Is it just not updating? Or am I just not getting subscribers?
It's updating because of the
I'm gonna go to social version. Nope. Okay.
huh?
It's 397? What the? Yeah, it says 397, except it's not updating on the... What the? Okay, whatever.
to happen. It said that this is the most painful sting in the world. Wish me luck. The moment has come. It's time to be stung by the world's most toxic fish. I am borderline terrified. I've thought long and hard about whether or not to even go through with this, but I'm doing this today because through my research on the stonefish, I have found a lot of misinformation out there. There is a lot of stories that pretty much describe certain death if you're stung by a stonefish, and that's just simply not the case. While this toxin in the base of its spines is extremely potent, it is thermolyable. So if treated properly and if needed with medical attention, you will survive the sting of a stonefish. Most of the victims that end up dying from stonefish stings, but has more to do with the pain and shock that leads to cardiac arrest. This venom is meant to cause you pain, but I have brought the antidote with me today. A thermos filled with hot water that's around 114 degrees Fahrenheit, a compress to hold over the wound, and then of course, if I do go into any state of anaphylactic shock, I always carry with me an EpiPen. We are about 3 minutes drive from an emergency room, so even if the worst case scenario does unfold today, I should have plenty of time to be able to get to emergency medical attention. All right, my plan today is to take a microdose of stonefish venom. The venom from that neoprene trial is already coating the spikes, so they are locked and loaded, ready to go. When it's all said and done, this should be just extraordinarily painful for me and hopefully very educational for you. This is going to likely be the worst sting that I ever take. I'm Mark Vins, and I'm about to enter the sting zone with the stonefish, the most toxic fish in the world. All right, I'm gonna go with this front spine here. Ready? This spine. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Ah! Yep. I already feel a burn. I can feel it spreading up my finger right now. And it does not feel good. Wow, the tide is coming in. All right, here, let's, hang on. Let's move out of here, the tide's rolling in.
You okay, Mark?
Yeah, hang on, I'm gonna come over here. Andrew, put the fish back in the tank, man. Oh, right there is where the spine went in. God, immediate fire, spreading up my fingers. I can already feel it in these 3.
Can you help, Mark? Are you okay?
No, I'm okay. I'm okay right now. It's like a different magnitude of pain. It is like throbby, achy. Hang on, I gotta walk it off. Yeah. I'm gonna try to tough it out for a little bit. I wanna see how far the venom spreads before I start applying the first aid. This is borderline unbearable. Oh my gosh.
Let me know when you need the water, Mark.
I'm just like, it's making me nervous. Oh my gosh. Yeah, definitely drew a little bit of blood. Oh, and it is hot. It's like closing my hand is becoming hard. Yeah, it's spreading. It's like all up the back of my hand now. I think I need to go for the hot water, guys. I don't want this to spread anymore. I'm going to hot water. There we go. Stonefish is good. Now, I need to fix myself. So this hot water will actually stop the venom from working and should help my pain. Every bit as painful as advertised. I never want to do that again. And I need to get more hot water on this sting. And hopefully the pain subsides, but it's still increasing for me. Tingling pain continued to build and spread up through my shoulder all the way to my neck. Even a month after the sting, I still have numbness and tingles in my fingers. The immediate pain wasn't enough to send me to the hospital, but as we released the stonefish, I could imagine what would happen if a full load of its venom were to go in my foot. That instance would send you directly to the hospital.
I'm gonna go get something to eat. I'll be right back.
Alright. Alright.
Oh shoot, I just dropped something. Okay, I'm back. Bro, Scripter's using his Gaia, I guess, account.
Oh, alright.
He's saying, he sent me a message and I said, hi, Scripter, and then he said, hi, fatherless child. And I said, hi, I'm sorry, what?
If I press on create.
Hospital. And if you're ever stung, please, you should seek medical attention as soon as possible. Needless to say, the stonefish certainly lives up to the
This is me getting handsy with a male fish, extracting some of his
There we go.
juices.
That's him done.
I had driven a number of hours.
I think I'll get cancelled from that.
This is me in a stretch limo driving down the Las Vegas Strip with a parrot called Pablo. The best thing about this is me in a stretch limo driving down the Las Vegas Strip with a parrot called Pablo. The best thing about this, Pablo's paying.
I know, I'm nervous as well.
We are constantly told that animals can predict the future, whether it's a cat predicting World Cup matches, an octopus predicting World Cup matches, or a camel predicting World Cup matches.
Do your stuff.
Now, if animals can predict the future, why hasn't anyone used one for betting? Well, today, I'm gonna find out.
Joe!
I'm in Las Vegas to hit the casinos with an animal.
Am I allowed to bring animals in?
Now, normally the animals make the decision based on which fruit looks tastier, but I wanted an actual vocal simple answer. Alan! So, I would need a parrot.
This is Pablo.
This is the story of how I flew to Vegas, played roulette, and put thousands of dollars on the line.
Yes for black? No. No, okay, back on red, okay.
Now, I was already on my way to Vegas for some other mischief that you can check out on the channel.
Access granted.
So while on the plane, I thought I'd get some roulette reps in ahead of hitting the tables in real life. So after landing, I set about finding my feathered assistant straight away.
I'm going to go see a man about a bird.
I'd managed to organise a meet with one of the US's most famous bird trainers, Joe, the Birdman.
Hey, I'm Joe, the Birdman. Welcome to America's Got Talent.
And his talking parrot, Pablo.
How are you? I'm good.
But despite the fame, Joe has suggested we meet in a rather sketchy-looking car park.
Have I been scammed out of a parrot?
And he told us to look out for his rather sketchy-looking van.
Oh my god, that is the most, get in a van.
But after an anxious wait, they finally arrived.
I think that's Joe. Joe!
Recognize you.
I recognise you, it's the famous Joe the Birdman. Could you just park up just at the end there?
Joe had arrived and I couldn't wait to meet my new betting partner.
His number plate says bird limo. Hello! you have a bird on you.
How are you?
Hello, Joe.
This is Pablo.
Hello, Pablo.
Feeling good today, Pablo? Yeah? Yeah?
With pleasantries out of the way, it was straight down to business. Were Pablo's gambling skills going to be up to scratch?
How can Pablo bet on roulette? You can say yes or no.
He can
Well, that's a no.
or no and a yes. I thought Pablo would work best for you because he's able to physically answer you.
Right.
Also, at the same time, he's a really good flyer.
Yeah.
So if he loses all your money, he can make a break for it.
After a few minutes of small talk, Pablo and I were firm friends.
Are you in?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I love Pablo so much.
And we had our game plan down pat.
If I say, do you want to put it on red, he will then...
The speedrun timer is 6 minutes off. Or about
Oh,
6 minutes off.
That's alright.
I forgot to start it whenever I started streaming.
No, there you go. So then we put it
Yeah,
on
he's
black.
going to give you whatever he feels like giving you, and it'll be random.
Right, so the bets will be made by Pablo.
Yeah. Might end up with a new aviary out of this. No.
No, he doesn't back
want a
himself.
girl?
We had our bird. Now for the hard part. Find a casino that would be willing to let a parrot bet at their tables.
It's like, what the heck is this place?
I'll go into the casinos and just ask.
So I descended on some of Las Vegas's biggest casinos, starting with the world-famous Caesars Palace.
Excuse me, quick question. Are animals allowed on the casino floor?
Doggies?
No, a parrot.
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay, no worries.
Next door, the Bellagio were equally as accommodating.
Are animals allowed on the casino floor?
Yes.
All animals?
Not lions and tigers and all that.
A parrot?
A parrot? No.
Okay, thank you very much.
Casinos in Vegas are very anti-parrot, and I don't appreciate it. Neither does Pablo. Pablo just wants to bet like everybody else.
The more asking that I did, the more I realised potentially the whole of Las Vegas was against Pablo the parrot.
Only dogs are allowed.
Okay, no worries. Thank you.
No snakes.
No worries.
Am I meant to bring a parrot in here?
No. Okay, no worries. Thank you. It's a no, unfortunately. Sorry, Pablo. Right, let's just keep trying.
I'm nothing but persistent, so our final attempt of the day was the plaza in downtown.
Hi, guys. How are you? I've got a parrot. We're trying to go around the casinos today to get a parrot to bet in roulette.
I'm going to go ahead and ask you.
Thank you very much.
Promise any idea, do you?
Nice to meet you. We're looking to see whether we can get Pablo to bet in roulette. I've been around various casinos in Las Vegas and they've all said no.
Whose money is it, yours or the parrot?
It would be my money.
We'll take the action. Money, please.
Really?
Absolutely.
Amazing. Right, we got ourselves a table. Great, let's do it. Right, let's go, Pablo.
We'd done it. The plaza
Oh my dogs. My dogs are barking right now.
Do you want to see the okay, do you want to see the final product? Well, it's not final, but it's just the first thing of the game. I also made this in Crota. And then if you try to look through the window, jump scare.
I can turn my volume back up because my dog stopped.
Casino had welcomed in Pablo and we were ready to get our gambling on.
Hey, parkour!
But all that searching around the hot Las Vegas streets sure had left me thirsty. And before we got going, I needed a drink.
Now, normally, people at a casino table might be drinking something slightly stronger, but today, I'm only drinking water. It doesn't taste like water, does it, Pablo? No, this is an Air Up bottle. Air Up is all about scent-based taste. 80% of what we taste comes from what we smell, and so Air Up have come up with a very clever idea. They have these
Now I
different
gotta make
scented
a sign
pods that go on
outside.
top of your water bottle. So as you drink, ambient air pass through the pod, mixed with scent in the head of the bottle. Our brains interprets this scent as taste and attributes this to the plain water that we're actually drinking, meaning we can drink just plain old water and still enjoy a variety of natural flavours. So if you're looking for a new water bottle, make sure you get Air Up with their scent-based pod. There's literally an unlimited amount of different flavours that you can have. Today, I'm having winter apple. Now back to the bet. Pablo, think we got a shot? Yeah. Good man. Thanks, Air Up, for sponsoring the vid. Pablo, me and you? No, not yet.
After an arduous day of searching, we finally found a casino that would let Pablo and I play. The Plaza Hotel. The Plaza Hotel has a bit of history, being a famous filming location of music videos, the Hangover movies, and of course, Back to the Future Part 2.
Could we get some chips, please? Okay. Yeah, all good, yeah. Thank you very much.
So the plan was to put increasingly larger bets on the roulette table, starting with a table minimum of $15, working all the way up to the table max of $2.5 grand. I was going to be choosing red or black each time, based solely on Pablo's suggestion.
First bet.
And I was absolutely bricking it.
Do you want to do red? Red? Yes. Thank you. Here we go. I know, I'm nervous as well.
I was under strict instructions from Joe not to scare Pablo with any of my celebrations.
What was it?
But it's quite hard to hold in your excitement.
Yes, Pablo. Great start, buddy.
With his first win under his belt, we move straight to the next spin.
Move it to black? No, okay, we'll set it on red. There we go. Here we go.
The pressure of a second spin proved too much for young Pablo and he fled the table.
He's gone.
But he needn't have worried as his second bet was also bang on.
What is it? Yay! He's not here to watch it, but well done, buddy.
We were on a roll.
We're going on black.
And the wins just kept on coming.
He's won every single bet. To red now. On to red. Thank you, Pablo. No for black? Okay, no for black. 6%.
Pablo was a natural, and his winning streak had meant we were up $2,000. But as any good gambler knows...
Yes for black, no for red. Black it is.
You should always quit while you're ahead. Just like that, Pablo's winning streak started to crumble.
After a good start, let's start again. Yes for red, no for black. Red now?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Loss after loss, and myself and Pablo were starting to cack ourselves.
No! I don't like when you flap your wings, it looks like you're about to clock me in the head.
But we had no choice but to plough ahead.
Yes for black? No. No, okay, back on red, okay. Fine. How are you feeling though? Alright, yeah.
I'll be right back.
And the losses just kept on coming.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. No. I can't blame it all on you because you are a bird.
Pablo's losing streak had wiped out all of our winnings.
I know, I want to hide as well.
And we were down
Huh? I was talking to my mom.
$2,000. And if we had any hope of coming out of this with any cash, I had to do something quite drastic.
I think we need to go all in on a single colour. What do you want to do?
I was going to bet the table maximum of $2,500. That was going to be the only way we'd walk away with any money.
Not for red, no for black.
And it would all be decided by Pablo's next choice.
Yeah.
Okay, all of it on red. Oh, this is the table maximum, all on red. Come on, come on. Yeah! You bloody did it, buddy! Yeah! Are you happy? Yeah! I love Vegas! very much. Pablo, should we go get our winnings?
Pablo had netted me a cool $1,500. And it turns out that animals are reliable betting partners after all. Well, Pablo the parrot is at least.
Hello, I'd like to cash some chips, please.
As our winnings were being counted out, I thought we would celebrate this win together. So I organised something a little bit special. A proper Vegas night out.
With Pablo's winnings, I thought I'd get something nice. This. Ever been anything like this? No, come on down.
Look at this. You did.
Right, let's get going.
Pablo and I hit the strip, touring some of Vegas's most famous sights. With all the champagne and sunflower seeds we wanted.
Some champagne, Pablo. Here's to us, big guy. Okay, fine. Here's to me then.
Jeff Bezos has a history of not paying his taxes.
Jeff Bezos paid no tax in 2007 and 2011.
And
Is that TTG? Because he looks like him. King.
Who?
King?
Who?
That dude. The video you're watching.
No.
The video you're watching.
Yeah, I know. This isn't him.
Oh, it's not.
Fashion.
So, what if I stuck Jeff with a fine from the government? A speeding ticket. To do this, I would need to find Jeff's personal number plate, make a duplicate, stick it on my back, and go through a 20-mile-an-hour speed camera on my bike.
This is reading as 25. That looks really fast.
If I could get the camera to go off and recognise me as speeding, surely they would send the bill straight to Jeff. Speed! So my first port of call to make this all happen, weirdly, was Amazon.
Right, before I can even attempt this, I need three things. I need Jeff's number plate. That's going to be quite tricky. I need modes of transport in which I can try and set off a speed camera with. And I need a speed gun to work out how fast I'm going. I'll start with the easiest thing first. The speed gun, and I think they sell them on Amazon.
And luckily, I was right. And after a few clicks, I was now the proud owner of a Bushnell Velocity speed gun. Thanks, Jeff.
Look at that beauty. This is just to check my speed, but I think it will do the bit.
Next up was my modes of transport with which I would attempt this challenge, and I knew exactly who to call. My mate Stephen, who has all the gear and all the ideas.
That's your gear there.
That looks pretty good.
I hope these fit you.
The reason we're doing this, trying to set off a speed camera. Have you heard anyone doing that on a bike, on blades, on a scooter?
Yeah, there is. You know the famous one of the guy in the little drift bike thing? Have you seen that?
No.
You know, and he does like a 360 drift.
That's a bit far, but I mean, just like, I want to see whether it's possible.
20, you can get to 20 on skates, isn't it?
Okay.
And now for
I'm
the
one of the
trickiest
viewers.
item.
Wait. It only says one watching for me.
Oh, now it does.
Finding Jeff's number plate.
This was actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I have found Jeff's number plate from a paparazzi video of him shopping in New York. You can clearly see him getting into his car, and his number plate is fully on show. I'm going to blur the number plate purely for Jeff's privacy, but this is a public video that you can find. Nothing to do with me. I now
What are
need to
y'all
get my
doing?
version of this. Back to Amazon.
3 days later.
Guys!
It's arrived from Amazon.
Me?
No, I'm talking to my parents.
I spy a number plate. Here we go.
No, what are y'all doing?
Now to see how fast I could go.
Today is a speed day. I've got scooter, rollerblades, skateboard, and a bike. I know I'm not going to be able to hit 20 miles an hour.
I was just curious.
If I can get close to 20, I think my best shot is the scooter because, to be fair, I've never.
Huh?
What are they doing?
Working on walls in the house.
Like painting?
No, like literally like patching them up.
Oh.
Because of pest control.
really skateboarded or rollerblade before in my life. I reckon for the scooter if I get 15 miles an hour, I'll be happy. Let's do it, dude. Come on. 16. I mean, that's quicker than I thought I was going to go. Oh, snug. I've always said it'd be so cool to be absolutely sick at rollerblading. Hey, dude. Welcome to the skate park. How you doing? First day? Nice. See? Speed! Speed! Did it register? No. Was I faster than him? Just. Skateboard final one. Oh, no, this is the one I'm most scared about. Let's do this. I was never going to skateboard. I've never done it in my life.
Let's be honest, the only real option I had was the bike.
The only realistic option from the start of this whole thing. What are we looking at?
18.
Okay, I get my all there. I think we might have to get a better bike. Bezos, I'm coming for you.
Those bikes weigh an absolute ton, so with a better bike, a quicker bike, I was confident. But as the night of the attempt was now here, I also needed some quicker clothes.
I've got everything I need. Number plates, speed gun. I need sports gear. It's not about looking good, it's about going fast. Actually, before we get sports gear, we need a helmet. Luckily, because I'm posh, I have skiing stuff. And this helmet is incredibly conspicuous. Fashion. We'll take this, we'll take this. My Great North Run finisher jersey, just a flex. Trainers, socks. I think this is all we need to get Jeff Bezos a speeding ticket. How am I going to wear this? Oh, I'm gonna get absolutely ruined in the comments for this, but oh well. Just being silly to the max. Remember? Join the Fosh bit, subscribe. No. Oh, kind of. I do have duct tape. Okay. This tape is called T-Rex tape. It has tiny arms. So sticky. There we go. Is it coming off? No. Cut to let's doing this thing.
I needed an extra pair of hands, so friend of the channel Zach from the Zach and Jay show stopped by, and he couldn't have been more supportive.
There you go, what do you think of that? Right, I'm warm.
The speed camera I was going to attempt this on was on a busy road, so I found a side street.
Wait, you said guy I guess is Scripter's like alt account?
Last time you wore that was wife carrying.
Oh my god.
You didn't know that?
That's actually kind of funny because we were arguing a couple months ago and he was like, Scripter told me everything.
You and Guy, I guess, were? You and Guy, I guess, aka Scripter?
I never knew Guy, I guess, was Scripter.
Go! Oh my god! I guess what we do now is we just jump on the bike and just give it a few test runs to see how quick I can go.
It seems, however, that my upgraded bike and clothes weren't giving me much of a boost.
Come on.
It's like full effort, yeah.
That was probably like 85%.
85%?
Yeah.
You're going to need more than that, mate, 'cause
No.
that was 19 miles an hour.
No!
That was a perfectly legal run.
Well, that's not the point. We want Bezos to pay some tax. 19, is that it?
19 miles an hour.
Maybe I just need more,
More quadriceps?
No.
More motivation?
More muscles, basically.
If I was going to set off a speed camera, I would have to comfortably beat 20. So I turned my bike downhill and gave it my all.
That felt quite quick.
Feeling good about this one?
I think so, yeah.
You bloody should do. 23
Yes,
miles an hour.
come on.
There you go. On the money. 23 miles an hour.
Safe in the knowledge I could break the 20 miles an hour barrier on my bike, we finally went to attempt the real thing.
I'm so nervous. Bezos needs to pay his tax.
He does, it's a worthy cause. Also, do you know what I've just learned? Under the 1861 Offences Against the Person Act, you can be done for furious cycling. So you could actually get in trouble for this. Go get him, Maxi! This is way faster. No flash. What the hell? This is reading as 25. That looked really fast. I have no idea why that didn't work. He was going definitely faster than that. Well, I was 26 that time.
Hitting my stride on every attempt, breaking 20 miles an hour as if it was child's play. But the camera just wasn't triggering.
Yeah.
Do you want to give it a go?
Why not?
Speed! He was going 27 miles an hour.
Come on, you bastard! No bueno.
No, 27 again. You killed it.
Back to the drawing board.
With Zach and my attempts not working, we realised that speed might not be the issue.
I think it's not a question of speed, it's a question of visibility.
I want nothing more to do with this project, Max.
Right.
Oh.
And that was a white car.
And rubbing it in.
Today has been a pretty dark day. I've been really gutted that we didn't manage to set the speed camera off last night, but I've done some digging. It is possible, and I think where we went wrong is that I wasn't wearing anything that was high vis or reflective, anything like that. I've just found this video. They did it 10 years ago. They tried it without the high vis on, and it didn't work. But as soon as they put a high vis jacket on, they managed to do it. So I just think we need to find something with high vis. The plan's back on. Let's do it.
Calm on the outside. Inside, I knew that this night would be our final chance. If we couldn't set off the camera, even wearing high vis, our quest to bring Jeff Bezos to justice would be over.
Same place. We don't have Allsop this time, but we do have high vis. We know we're going the speed. It's now just a case of getting the camera to trigger, and I think that high vis will do it. Let's get this on, and away we go. Let's ride.
So, my first attempt, just getting the legs warm.
No good?
Nah, I didn't go.
Let's give it a go, another go. Come on, it's getting warmed up. My bum hurts.
Attempt number 2.
Come on, Max.
A no-go.
Oh.
And then finally,
We can do this. Come on!
attempt number 3, giving it everything.
Come on! Oh, yeah! Come on! Yes! Yes! Was that me? Come on, it must have been me. No way.
Yes, mate!
Was that me?
That was you!
Yes! Come on! You sure?
Yeah, there was no other cars.
I'm pretty sure that was me as well. Come on! Jeffrey, you've got some tax to pay, buddy. And you could do it.
Court is now in session.
This is my sister walking into a courtroom, and as you can tell, she has absolutely no idea what's going on. But what is going on is that I'm suing her. But why? Well, the year was 2001, and my sister and I were playing the classic game where we'd run up and down the corridor and sing. As I got towards the end of the corridor, I suddenly felt a push in my back, and my face unfortunately met the wall. She, however, just said that I tripped. Now, both of us throughout the years have contested what actually happened that day.
When you pushed me and knocked my front teeth out.
What, when you fell into the wall?
She thinks she's innocent, I think she's a cold-hearted criminal. The only way to settle this dispute is to take it to court. But how do you take someone to court? Another day, another video in which I tell her she had had a hand in the deaths of her 3 siblings. And then right underneath, we have the Jonas Brothers. This particular rivalry is more the Jonas Brothers than the Cleopatra vibes, but I'm sure Cleopatra's siblings had a trial before they died. I want to take my sister to court for knocking out my 2 front teeth. I was a lispy boy growing up, and she needs to pay for that. How to sue your sister. Taking siblings to court through court action. What to know? It turns out there's actually quite a lot to know, and so I spent the next hour figuring out exactly what I needed to do to take my sister to court.
So it seems like I'll have to take civil court action. It's not cheap. They've really given a broad spectrum here. Is between £35 to £10,000. I'm hoping it's more on the left-hand side of that range.
But there was one thing in particular that I really wanted to know.
Is there anything here that says that she needs to know that it's a court case, or can I just get her to turn up? Because I don't think she'll turn up otherwise, and then my £10,000 has gone down the drain. Whilst I assemble some lawyers, I need to get my sister to the courtroom without her knowing. Oh, God.
I organised some lawyers for both myself and the defendant.
The defendant would be my sister.
Your sister?
Yes, my sister.
Right, okay.
They would go away and gather all the information for the case to find out the truth.
I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
My one job was to actually get my sister to the courtroom.
We've got the date of the trial set, everything sorted. The only thing we don't have is my sister's availability.
Hi, Maxie.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, Max.
Quick question. What are you doing on the 13th? Do you want to go for lunch?
I'm having lunch with Mum on the 13th. Why?
Okay, don't worry.
This was not ideal.
That's unhelpful.
With the court date and lawyers set in stone, I only had one chance to settle the score.
Let's speak to Mum.
So I had to make sure her lunch plans fell through.
Hello. This is going to be an odd request. Could you cancel that lunch with her? But more importantly, don't say why. But I need your help. It's for a video.
Okay, I can do that.
That would be super helpful. I promise everything will become clear if you could just let her know. That'd be great.
She might be a bit curious, but I will manage.
With Mumsy coming in clutch for her favourite child, the plan just fell into place.
I love it when a plan comes together. My sister just messaged me saying, Mum's cancelled if you're still around next week. I wonder why she cancelled. That's very good news. We've got ourselves a court case.
The court is now in session.
I'll be your defense in this.
Members of the jury, today's case is Foch versus Foch. Your duty today will be to determine whether the defendant is guilty or not guilty. Is the prosecution ready?
We are, Your Honor. We call to the stand Max Foch, Your Honor.
Now, both of our lawyers had prepared arguments for this case, and I was the first in the dock.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do. Can you describe in detail what happened to you that fateful day?
Yes, and thank you for protecting me in this case. It's nice to have protection in court, but also protection online when you use Surfshark VPN.
Surfshark is a VPN that protects you and your data against criminals, like my sister here. But how does it work? How does it protect you? One way Surfshark protects you is when you're out and about using public Wi-Fi. If you don't use the encryption services that Surfshark provide, hackers can get hold of your information, which we definitely do not want. Surfshark masks your IP address, making your browsing nice and private. And my friends over at are in the description. That all good, Max?
Yep, thanks very much. That sounds about right. Now back to what happened in 2001. We were going to my grandmother's place, and my sister and I were in the corridor by the front door, and I think we were playing a game. Can't quite remember the rules of the game, but it was a corker. I very vividly remember having a force in my lower back. I was shoved into the wall, thus knocking out my 2 front teeth. My sister and I were the only 2 individuals who were in the corridor at this time. Therefore, unless it was a ghost, my sister pushed me and meant that I had a lisp for 4 years before my big teeth came in.
The defense may now cross-examine the witness.
Max, you claim that you were going to your grandmother's. How sure are you about that?
Pretty sure.
Pretty sure. Well, that is interesting, as we actually conducted a deposition on your father, who seemed to be the only one there. And he had something very different to say.
My name is Matthew Fosh. The defendant is my daughter and the prosecution is my son. It was a family weekend away.
Yo, King.
Yeah.
Do you want to play that one VR game on Roblox?
VR game.
I mean, you don't have to get on VR, but you could just join on PC. Remember the VR hangout thing where I could throw you with the good physics?
I don't want to. I wish I could get on VR, but it doesn't work.
I'll play.
This is not working.